More action from the International Premier Tennis League for you right there. Let's move on with the show now. We're talking about the just concluded African Women's Cup of Nations in Cameroon. The Super Falcons of Nigeria met winner again, winning the trophy for a record 8th time. That one makes us, excited, and we're still talking about it right here in the country. The team, they're still in Abuja. Not much is coming out of the camp now, but we know that they're not so happy. But we also know that the Secretary General of the Nigeria Football Federation, Mohammed Sanusi Tayo, he was talking to the public that we should stop the negative talks. That it is good these ladies have won. We should try and see ways we can make this team better. But then again, people will always talk about it, Tayo, because we understand that this team has been struggling and struggling. They struggled to go to Cameroon and then they won. So I don't know how I just reached the NFL, but they need to fix it.
Yeah, it has to be fixed as soon as possible, because the longer it lingers, the more negative headlines it's going to be. Right. It's going to keep generating. Right. So that's on the NFF to sort out as soon as possible. Now you mentioned the Secretary General Sanusi. They put out a statement saying, basically pledging to pay the Super Falcons as soon as possible. They also spoke about how the federal government will decide the reception dates for the Falcons. That's for hosting the Falcons for winning the 2016 African Women's Cup of Nations. So, Austin, these are all familiar stories that we've been talking about for a long time now. It's nothing new at all. What the players want is their, entitlements. They want what is due to them as soon as possible. Now you can understand why. You can understand why even though it's playing for your country, but then they still deserve, something, no matter how little, and that's what they want. Yeah, that's it's what no fault of theirs at all.
Care and concern goes a long way. Sometimes even before they get to play, man, place calls across, find out how they're doing, let them be part of, developmental plans, ask questions. Don't wait till the competition is done before you start asking how much do you want and all of that. But let's wish Onoma Ebi all the best. She had a successful surgery. Joining us now on the phone, Super Falcons player Francesca Odega. Francesca, good to have you on Sports this morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Francesca, we're still celebrating the Super Falcons winning the Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon. Talk to me, what sort of experience was it for you and the team?
It's a very interesting one. Everyone is excited, everyone is happy, because winning it for the 8th time is not a picture, It's like we are the best. It's just the best. That's one and two out. We won it last time and we'll be able to bring it back back. So everyone is happy.
Francesca, reports are credited to you saying with the way the Super Falcons are being treated, that you're tired playing for the country, you're done. Did you make those comments?
I'm sorry, because this really got me upset last night when I heard that. I think my father was the first person that called me to ask me if I would say such a thing. I was thinking maybe it's just a minor thing, but a lot of people keep calling and keep coming through my IG, Facebook, other people insulting me, and other people telling me what I did was right. But before God, I never granted that kind of interview. Even though if I regret playing for my country, I can't come out and say that. Because I started here, the country made me be where I am. I still playing on 17. Without the country, I wouldn't be where I am. Despite the fact what is happening, what is going on, I know it's just for a immense time. It's not forever. They've never owned me before. They have never treated us the way things are now. But I don't know where the story is coming from. But I called the guy, tried to call the guy that set up the whole thing. I called him and he gave me the number that he had the information from hot.com. And I tried to get the senior officer. I don't know if it is owner of the hot.com. I called him this morning and he said he did not say anything like that. That he was threatening to sue the people that just say the headline that he was playing for the country. And if I have my way, I'll sue them. I will sue them because I've never.
Okay, Francesca. Francesca, I get Francesca, I get your message. You're still proud to be playing for Nigeria. You like the fact that you play for the Super Falcons. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, she's out to clarify the real situation. Thank you for that, Francesca Odega. Okay, you guys have conquered Africa for the 8th time now. And the question, Nigerians keep asking is, when are you going to take that kind of form to the world stage? It's been a while. Nigeria actually went to the World Cup and did really well. 1999 is a long time ago. I remember the Falcons then, featuring Florence Magbemi, got to the quarterfinals in the USA. I mean, so what's that next step now for the Falcons to compete with the absolute best teams out there?
When the president of NSF visited us, welcome us, speaking Florence and assisted to the training staff to get more experience. So I think that's going to help. And from the same way, we will keep the next World Cup. I think we'll do something great. We'll pass the previous we have been through. We'll do the semi-finals this time around. But our plan is just make the
Thank you so much, Francesca. Hopefully before you leave the country, we'll get to have you in the studio, look into your eyes and talk to you. Once again, congratulations for winning the African Women's Cup of Nations. Francesca Odega, Super Falcons player right there. Tayo, she was straightforward about it. If not for my country, Nigeria, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yes.
So she's not just going to come out and then bring down our country because times are hard. She said that it hasn't been this hard before. So it tells the story that the NFF has been saying the recession and the economic conditions have really made things difficult.
Yeah, and she's clarified she never made those statements.
That's right.
Right, so that's the key. That's very important. Now we can now move on now. But you know how the media works. Clickbait. You want someone to click on your link that's going to lead into your website. So we do all sorts of things.
But don't say the wrong things just to
but they
break.
do it.
But
it is irresponsible journalism. But it happens. It happens. But thankfully, Francesca Odega has clarified now. She still loves her country and she still wants to play for the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
Thank you, Francesca Odega, for clarifying the issue right there. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean. Let's encourage these girls. Let's motivate them. Let's talk to the NFL the way we should talk to them, to listen, to develop women's football in the country. Bad press will not make it happen. Let's be thorough. That's it right there, Francesca Odega, talking to us on sports this morning.